Hey guys, Nathan Rudin here from Critical Calcio. I wanted to cover the Christian Pulisic to AC Milan. It's confirmed for 20 million plus bonuses. So kind of a lot for a player in his last year in his contract. But also when you consider Chelsea spent more than 60 mil on him, has a lot of potential. I think he's in a league that better suits him. In the long run, could be beneficial. I'm obviously American, so I'm biased. But, only time will tell. And I think it's important to talk about both sides of this. So first, from like a Milan fan, if you are a U.S. men's national team fan, you will notice most Milan fans are not happy about this move. And it's not so much Christian Pulisic. It is a culmination of events that have happened recently. So more than 2 owners ago, Milan had an owner that came in, bought all these players, defaulted on payments. So a group called Elliott Management had to come in and essentially rescue the club. Initially, they bought a bunch of good young players who are very, very good and have guys like Theo Hernandez, Rafael Leao, Sandro Tonali before they sold him. Ismail Benacer, really, really good young players who now are pillars of the team. So they did good and they won a Scudetto and, brought in Paolo Maldini. And so they did some good things, but it was very much accounts first, footballing second, which pissed off a lot of fans. And then they sold to Redbird. Redbird owned stake in the Yankees and so they sold to Redbird. And then last year in the offseason, it took Maldini and Massera until the last day to sign their contracts, which started to piss off Milan fans and then gave Milan essentially no budget after winning the league. They could have, reinforced their team, potentially made a second run, but gave them no money. Then this year comes. They fired Maldini, who is a fucking legend. Don't care if you're a Milan fan. Gotta respect Paolo. And they fired him at Milan, which is crazy. So already pissed a bunch of fans off. Then they sold Sandro Tonali, who I don't think it's as much that they sold someone, it's that they sold him. Of all the players that Milan has. So like Italian clubs, they have to sell to reinvest. That is understood. But Sandro Tonali is one of the few players who looks like they could have retired at Milan. He's kind of like the heir to like Gattuso and Pirlo. So really, really, really pissed Milan fans. Now the Milan fans are like, our fucking stupid American owners are ruining everything. And then you're bringing in a guy like Christian Pulisic, who objectively had a couple really, really good periods at Chelsea, but also has just been completely plagued by injuries. And it's also important to know Milan has been absolutely fucking ravaged by injuries. Play a really, really, really active, kind of aggressive style. And it's kind of like a meme at this point that there's something with Milan Labs, their strength and conditioning and physios, that they fucking suck and they can't figure it out. So combination of all of that, bringing in an American while everyone's pissed at their American owners, and then spending over 20 mil on a guy who's very injury prone, and also just 20 mil on the last year of his contract. Pissed a lot of people off. So from the Milan side, there's a lot of really negative connotation towards this move, and understandably. But that being said, if Pulisic can come in there and do a good job, he will be a fucking hero and will never ever want to leave. I think the Italian league, the style of it, could be really good for him and his the way he plays. It's a highly tactical league, less physical than the Prem. So it could be very, very good for him. From a men's nationals team perspective, you know, where will Puli play? What will his role be in this team? Well, he will not be a left wing. Milan has Rafael Leao. He is world class. He will not be replaced. So Puli is looking at the center attacking midfield spot, potentially. No longer Brahim Diaz. Milan has Charles de Ketelaere, but he played miserably last year. So that spot is potentially open for him. The right wing is also open, but there are talks of Milan going for Chukwueze at Villarreal. So he is looking at a starting role at the center attacking midfielder or right wing, assuming Chuck doesn't come in. If Chuck comes in, he would take the right wing, and Puli would be essentially fighting for that cam spot and depth on the wing. So that's kind of what you're looking at. I think it's a great opportunity for him. I think pretty much any top team you go to, right, there needs to be competition, and this is an appropriate and realistic level of competition for Puli. You know, coming into 25 years old, most of the competition will be significantly younger than him, too. So pretty good move. I'm optimistic. I think it's a great move for him. I think it's a good move for Milan if he can stay healthy. That's kind of the big if. I think they look back on this 20 mil that they pulled for him, and this investment pays dividends, but only time will tell. We shall see. Anyways, Nate out. Cover more stuff later. Take it easy, guys.